huge news as we approach the weekend with the bombshell story that we guess we've all kind of been bracing ourselves for, as Roe v. Wade has finally been overturned by the Supreme Court, dominated by conservative justices. There's a big meltdown going on right now. They're not taking the news very well. Leftists and their cronies in the corrupt corporate media are predictably losing their minds after the U.S. Supreme Court officially decided to overturn Roe v. Wade, while pro-lifers celebrated the landmark decision that will save countless lives. Leftists, including some of the highest-ranking politicians, are moaning, groaning, gnashing their teeth, and undermining the integrity of the Supreme Court, and we'll have many examples. I'm sure it'll be a lively weekend in D.C. So Pelosi accused the Republican-controlled court of extremism. First of all, let me say, and I try to be fairly neutral on this particular issue, not strong on either side of it. It's kind of a win for the states, because now it's just as states decide, and I think that's the way most issues should run. I don't want to see a big giant federal government that rules top down on all 50 states. There's 320 million people, and I think the states should have some diversity in what kind of policies they run in their particular state. And so it should be good news for some of those people, I would think, and it gives them more control to get active on a state level rather than trying to force the Fed to do one huge issue. And it's a very hotly divided one that should just go to the states, red states, blue states. Do what you want. And if people have an issue in their state, if they just say, hey, really want an abortion after a couple of months, and if they can't have it in their state, they can go take a road trip somewhere else, I guess. So I guess this seems to be the most civil way that we can agree to disagree on this hugely hotly contested issue. I think it's great to see how different states handle this situation, or how many weeks they go, or what exceptions they make. I think that'll be kind of an interesting task, because the Democrats took this way too far. In some cases they were saying, third-term abortions, or even after birth, like infanticide, which there's got to be a line drawn somewhere. So it's just finally said, hey, you know what? Supreme Court has just said, hey, let the states decide. We're staying out of it. It shouldn't be a federal issue like that. And in that case, I kind of have to agree. So, of course, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene was trolling AOC for launching an insurrection. Any violence and rioting is a direct result of Democrat marching orders. And it certainly is the case. They're not just saying, here, everybody calm down, be cool, let's talk about this some more. No, they are flying out in D.C., out on the streets, and getting active and getting all the supporters all riled up. So we'll roll a video here.
Illegitimate! This decision! Illegitimate! This decision! Illegitimate! Into the streets! 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 Into the streets!
So understandably, you've got some of the blue check marks on Twitter freaking out, making their voices heard. Oh, women will die as a result of this decision, so don't tell me you're pro-life. I don't really know. I mean, are doctors going to let women die to giving birth? Or is it people doing illegal abortions? Is that true? Are women going to die? Are states going to allow women to... They're going to say, no, protect that baby at all costs, even if the woman dies giving birth? I don't think so. So it's maybe a bit hyperbolic. Here we've got Maxine Waters, radical leftist, saying, to hell with the Supreme Court, we'll defy them. Sounds very insurrection-y for a member of Congress.
You see this turnout here? You ain't seen nothing yet. Women are going to control their bodies no matter how they try and stop us. The hell with the Supreme Court. We will defy them. Women will be in control of their bodies. And if they think black women are intimidated or afraid, they got another thought coming. Black women will be out in droves. We will be out by the thousands. We will be out by the millions. We're going to make sure we fight for the right to control our own bodies.
The left has been saying, oh, the right is trying to do the insurrection for January 6th, but let's see how well they behave themselves over this weekend. And we also have Obama, the great divider-in-chief, was supposed to unite the country and instead has pushed a lot of his radical agenda and divided us, instead calling on his shock troops to protest following the Supreme Court decision. He says, today the Supreme Court not only reversed 50 years of precedent, it relegated the most intensely personal decision someone can make to the whims of politicians and ideologues, attacking the essential freedoms of millions of Americans. Department of Homeland Security Thursday night warning Catholic churches and pro-life pregnancy centers to be prepared for a night of rage by pro-abortion terrorist groups if it gets overturned. Of course, there are laws to prevent the harassment or the intimidation of judges, jurors, witnesses, courts, etc., but don't expect AG Garland to do much about that. Unhinged leftists have been protesting outside the homes of several conservative Supreme Court justices for the past month since the news broke, since it leaked or what have you, that this Roe v. Wade could be overturned. It's strictly forbidden by the U.S. Constitution, but AG Merrick Garland ignored this so far and has allowed unhinged leftists to threaten the justices at their home. Keep an eye on Clarence Thomas. It's not the radical leftists are planning the mass protests already. Will Joe Biden do anything? Probably not. He's already came out and disagreed with that, and he's probably going to be in bed early, not counting on Garland to do much. And you've already got some of these rallies already scheduled. Are you enraged? Devastated? Pissed the fuck off? Well, so are we. Meet us at Burke Center Parkway. I think it's weird that they would put Ruth Sent Us, as in Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who passed away. Do you really think, I mean, granted, she would have been voted against this, but do you think that she would agree and stand in solidarity with people? Those are her respected colleagues. Do you think Ruth Bader Ginsburg would be okay for you to go protest in front of their houses and intimidate them? I don't think so. So leave her name out of it, please. This is not the way that just law and order is put out in this country, but they're letting people get away with a lot of things. And of course, there's a major double standard, as we've seen with January 6th or with Antifa rioters. But yeah, here we go. Double standard, hypocrisy, and a weekend of potential rage. Hopefully people will calm down. But we'll see how it develops.